Welcome to the Starfall Parent-Teacher Center. We've made some updates over the last few months, so we'd love to be able to show you around again. First of all, let's take a look at the page as if you are brand new to using Starfall. When you first arrive to the Starfall Parent-Teacher Center, you might be looking for something that says, "How do I start?" or "Where do I start?" And lucky for you, we have this first button on every grade level tab that says, "Where do I start?" If you miss it, we also have a section below that says New to Starfall. Both of these links will take you to the same place. The Where Do I Start page gives some basic information for how someone who is brand new to Starfall can use all of our resources and activities with their kids or with their learners. So you'll read information such as which content is free for kids, and where we recommend kids can start. You'll also read about membership options and app subscriptions, with direct links to download various apps on the different app stores. You'll also be able to explore our content divided by grade and subject. Finally, you'll see an explanation as to what kind of resources you'll find on the Parent-Teacher Center. These resources include customizable and ready-made worksheets, music, an activities database, projectables, and curriculum and supplements. Finally, you'll see a direct link to our Starfall store if you'd like to purchase products that will help to extend your children's learning beyond the computer or the device. Let's go back to the main page. Now let's imagine that you're someone that's quite comfortable using Starfall and you just want to find the resources that you need. Here's where you'll see a difference from the previous version of the Starfall Parent-Teacher Center. A couple of things that have been changed since that version are the organization of some of our content and the navigation throughout the site. You'll also see quite a bit of new content, including new worksheets, new books, and some new projectables. So let's say you're looking for a specific grade. You don't know exactly what kind of resource you want, but you know that your learners are in a particular grade. You can go through these tabs on the main page to help you find the grade levels that you're looking for, and there's even one that is focused specifically on reading with Starfall. Let's imagine your learner is in 2nd and 3rd grade. You'd like to use a worksheet, but you're not quite sure which one. So let's check out the worksheet search. On the worksheet page, you'll see tons of worksheets. There's a couple of different ways that you can take advantage of this page. For each worksheet here, you'll notice that there is an expand button, so that if you have a hard time seeing what the thumbnail looks like, you can see a much bigger version to decide if that's the worksheet that you want to use. You'll also notice that many of them have the option for teacher's notes and download. The difference is that clicking the download button will only download a copy of the blank worksheet. Using the teacher's notes options will allow you to download a worksheet, a blank worksheet, the teacher notes for how to use the worksheet and the corresponding online activity with a classroom of students, and you'll also get an answer key for that worksheet. Not all of these worksheets have the option for teacher's notes, so keep an eye out for that. Let's take a look at the filtering options on the left side of the page. You can decide what type of worksheet you would like to search through, either the customizable worksheets, which you can change for a specific student and tailor to their needs, or the ready-made worksheets, for which you don't need to do anything. Just download it, print it, and you're ready to go. We also have the option of filtering by grade level and subject. Let's take a look at the customizable worksheets. One thing you'll notice is that in the last few months, we've added quite a few worksheets that are for 4th and 5th grade learners. Let's take a look at how to use the customizing tool. When you customize, you'll see the option on the left side to change different features of the page. For example, on this one, we can make changes to one specific problem, or we can make changes to the entire page. This worksheet also allows us to change the difficulty, and there's also a link to visit the activity that directly corresponds to this worksheet. When the worksheet is how you'd like it, simply click Create PDF on the right-hand side of the page, and you'll be able to download a copy of the worksheet. Let's take a look at another new tool that we have in this version of the Starfall Parent-Teacher Center, the Starfall Activities Search. This is the Starfall Activities database. As you search through here, you'll see every single activity that we have on starfall.com that your students or your children can encounter. You'll notice on some of them they have this little M star. If you see the little M, this indicates that the activity is only available for Starfall members and subscribers. If you don't see an M, that means the activity is free for any user. All of the activities listed in the Starfall Activities database also include a direct link to the activity. So if you find one, you don't need to worry about losing it. Simply click it and it will open in a new tab for you. Another interesting feature that we've added is the Starfall Guides by Grade. Now, this information is also listed in the Where Do I Start page, but you can get to it by using the navigation at the top of the screen under Using Starfall and Starfall Guides by Grade. Here, we've broken down all of the Starfall activities to what grade level and subject they correspond. Let's take a look at third grade math, for example. On every guide, you'll see kind of a similar layout. You'll see an image of an index or a learning area that is connected to that particular grade and subject. You'll also see a short explanation as to what subjects, skills, concepts learners encounter in that grade and subject. And you'll see a couple of buttons here. Some have several, some have only a few, but they typically correspond to the main subjects of the Common Core and state standards. Third grade math, for example, students will encounter fractions, multiplication, beginning division, and measurement and data. Let's take a look at multiplication. For each category on the guide by grade, you'll see a brief explanation as to what kind of skills or topics will be addressed with students in that subject. And you can also see a breakdown of what Common Core standards connect to that topic and these activities. Hopefully this is helpful for teachers who are doing lesson planning and have specific state standards that they need to address. So for each of these tabs, you'll see our featured activities. These activities are directly connected to the subject. Again, you'll see the M star on some of them. This means that those activities are specifically available for members only. Beyond the featured activities, you'll also see a list of related Parent-Teacher Center resources. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of how you can extend your learners' experience beyond just the online activities, beyond the device, bringing it into the real world. And clicking on the link will also generate those exact worksheets. One thing you may have noticed as we've gone through these different pages is this yellow button up in the top right corner. If you find a page that you are particularly interested in sharing with someone, for example, a coworker is also looking for multiplication worksheets, simply click the Share This Page button and you'll be offered opportunities to share this specific page through email, Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest. A couple of other new things to note is that we have added new content in some of our areas. You've seen already the 4th and 5th grade worksheets. We've also added in the books section, we have PDF versions of our Learn to Read books, the I'm Reading set, number 1, the Folktales chapter book. You can download and print the cut-up take-home books, and we're also adding to our 2nd and 3rd grade books. One other instance that may occur is that you come to the Starfall Parent-Teacher Center and you know exactly what resource you're looking for. Before you get too far, there is a search button up in the top right corner. You can use this tool to search the Parent-Teacher Center resources, or you can use it to search specifically Starfall activities. Hopefully, this is a really quick way to help you find exactly what you're looking for. So those are the major updates to the new Parent-Teacher Center. If you'd like to stay up to date with us, please contact us or feel free to join our newsletter. You're welcome to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and YouTube, or send us a message directly. Thank you, and good luck. Enjoy the new Starfall Parent-Teacher Center.